4 games into it, how do you think it's going for you? What's been the biggest adjustment, maybe the thing that you're happiest about?
The biggest adjustment, playing, Division One level is the speed of the game for me. That's my biggest adjustment.
And Coach Stud just said the Oklahoma game was a huge one for you because you had to play, couldn't hear the snap count, you had to just go. What was that experience like?
It was crazy. Oklahoma's atmosphere, it's really loud. So it's really, it's a form of trust with the other 4 guys. You have to watch Pat snap the ball, and I just played my hardest for them.
Do you think that's when you feel like your game really stepped up, or that you really noticed yourself like becoming even more elite of a player than you were?
Yes.
After that game?
Most definitely.
What do you think that you had to go through that? Like, can you explain more? Like, what about that?
I feel like I had to go through it because, that game, we had to win that game. If we wanted to get to where we want to go, we had to win. So my team needed me to perform my best, and my best is needed at that time.
How much, or how important is it to have guys like Pat, Billy, and on the line, and then how important is it to have a guy like JT calling plays and kind of calming you guys down and being what you need?
It's very important to have a leader, especially I'm a freshman, so sometimes I kind of freak out. I got Pat, Billy, Jamarco, Isaiah, and even Matt Burrell. They kind of calm me down during games.
Michael, every player has a personality on the field, whether it's the same personality they have off the field or something that can turn into a different person. How have you developed as a college football player on the field, the type of person you are, and is that affected by the personality that Billy and Pat and JT and those guys demonstrate to you?
I think the reason why I play the way I play is because of wrestling. Wrestling taught me how to strain and just to go hard at all times.
So in terms of attitude, or is it?
Attitude, when I put on the helmet, my attitude, it's very focused. Most of the time I'm kind of hyped up by Pat and JT.
How much of what you're doing is instinct, maybe from what you've learned before, and how much is technique that you're learning along the way?
I think most of it's technique, because to go against the guys I got to go against, I have to have great technique.
So did you wrestle throughout high school, or when did you give up wrestling?
I gave up wrestling my senior year because I had to graduate early to come here, but I've wrestled since my freshman year. I actually wrestled 189 my freshman year, went 4-28, and I was on varsity, got my butt kicked every time. Sophomore year, I went like 42 and 13 or something. Junior year was like similar record.
There's been a lot of ex-wrestlers that have really succeeded here playing football at Ohio State. Luke Fickle, Pat Elflein. Do you guys ever talk wrestling and how it helps you as a football player?
Me and Pat, we talk about wrestling all the time. Sometimes we may joke around and start wrestling, get in a stance, but we definitely talk about wrestling, how it's helped us.
How much have you changed from this time last year? You're probably playing in front of a couple thousand to running out in front of 115,000. What's changed for you in that time period that you can make this adjustment this quick?
I think the way my high school coach kind of prepared me didn't really make much of a change for me because, Coach Sawchuk, he's a great coach, and he kind of prepares you for the next level as best he possibly can.
But there's not too many offensive linemen that can jump right from high school to start in their freshman year in college. What made you come in here and get that spot?
I believe it's just a mindset. If you believe you can do something, I definitely believe you can achieve that.
Michael, is it you still kind of can't believe that here you are, two freshmen starting here? Or is it completely real to you now?
Oh, it's completely real to me now, most definitely. Pat and Billy, they told me, I can't play like a freshman anymore. They need me to play better than a freshman. So
You mentioned freak out moment. What was your biggest freak out moment on the field so far?
Definitely my first game, and I look around and it's just thousands of fans just cheering, and I'm like, holy crap, this is crazy. So Billy told me to calm down. He said, don't look at that, just focus and play for your brothers. And I said, all right, I got it.
Take a breath, kind of like cool it for a second.
Yeah.
Was it similar walking into Oklahoma?
Yeah, most definitely.
Wasn't as big a crowd. Yeah. It wasn't as big a crowd
Which one?
in Oklahoma.
As here.
20,000 fewer.
I was just being smart like there. I said it wasn't as big a crowd. Hey, what is your game personally though? What has definitely gotten better from game 1 to going into game 5 now? As far as you're concerned.
I believe my pass pro. First game, it was a little rough for me, but each game I'm trying to develop, my pass game, my run game to the best I possibly can.
And is that what, just not being tentative, or what? I mean, what is it? What's changed about your pass pro? Just
Technique-wise.
yeah.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it.